So hello friends, welcome to my channel Jobonimus, and in today's video we are going to discuss about business development associate role in Byju's. So in this opening, freshers as well as experienced person can apply, and in this video I am going to tell you the eligibility criteria, how you can apply for this, and the interview rounds and questions and answers for this particular role. And friends, one of my cousin sister attended this interview couple of weeks back, and I had mentored her for this position. I told her how to answer the questions, and she has been selected. So I am pretty sure whatever answers I am going to tell you, it will be very helpful for you in getting selected in this role. And many of the questions can be repeated also. So watch this video till the end. And in case you have landed new to my channel, consider subscribing it because I make videos on job opportunities and interview preparation. So let's start today's video with the first thing, which is the eligibility criteria for this role. So for this role, you can be a graduate or a postgraduate, then you are eligible to apply. You need to have good communication skills, negotiation skills because it is a sales role, and interest in education sector because Byju's is basically related to education related videos. Now I'm going to talk about the interview rounds. See, there are three interview rounds for this position. The round one is telephonic round, which is quite easy. Round two is Zoom video call, and round three is also Zoom video call, but the difficulty level of rounds will increase. So round one will be easy, two moderate, three difficult. And regarding the job description, you just have to sell the Byju's education product to the parents of students. So this is the basic job description. You don't need to go much in details. Everybody knows what this role is about. Now we are going to talk about the very common interview questions that are asked for round one, which is telephonic round. So first of all, they will tell you to introduce yourself, where you can talk about your family background, your education background, about your school, college, and your interest and hobbies. Next, they will ask you why you want to join this particular role. So here you can talk about your strengths related to this role and back it up with real life example. As an example, you can say that you have good communication skills and you can demonstrate how you uh, demonstrated these good communication skills in your school or college, like by participating in debate competition, something like that. And then you can say you have good interpersonal skills and then persuasive skills. So these are the three most important skills required for this role, and you can think where you have used these skills in the past. Another important question for this particular round is why you want to join sales after technical field. So if you are an engineer, BTech or a BSc, then this question will definitely come up to you. So a sample answer for this could be, uh, see, mostly you will apply for sales role after technical degree only if you are not that much interested in technical degree. So a sample answer can be, to be honest, after pursuing engineering, I realized that I am an average engineering student. That is why I don't want to enter into a field where I don't feel that much confident, because in today's job market scenario, mediocrity leaves you nowhere. So first you will have to be honest and accept that you are not that much good in technical field, and later you can say, on the other hand, during these college years I discovered certain hidden qualities in me that are suitable for sales field, like good communication and negotiation skills, which I demonstrated while organizing college fest, as I got to interact and persuade many people to make it a success. That is why I believe working in sales profile will be more beneficial for my career growth in the long run. So this could be a sample answer for this question. Next, they can ask you why particularly Byju's. So here you can say some good things about Byju's, like it has a good brand name, it has an experienced team, so you will have good learning opportunities. They give good salary and they also provide good growth opportunities. And as far as the salary is concerned, it is 10 lakhs per annum, which is divided into two to three components. Like 5 LPA is fixed, 3 lakhs per annum will be your bonus depending on your performance, and 2 lakhs will be the travel expenses. Next, they can ask you, Byju's BDA role has a lot of negative reviews on the internet. still why you want to join this job? So here you have to be prepared for this question. So here you can say that yes sir, I have also read negative reviews about this role, but then I have read positive reviews also related to this role. So I guess it really depends on the individual's priorities and state of mind. Some people may feel overstressed in pressure situations, so they write negative reviews, whereas others thrive under pressure. As far as I am concerned, I believe I bring out my best when I am challenged and put under pressure. So I don't think I would be the one writing negative reviews if I get selected for this role. So here you have highlighted that people have their own thinking, their own state of mind, and some people don't feel comfortable for this role. That is why they write negative reviews. But others who thrive under pressure can do good for this role. So next they can ask you, are you planning for higher education? So this is a very tricky question because if you will say you are planning for higher education, then they will realize that you are only using Byju's for getting some experience and then will leave Byju's. So here you don't have to admit that you are planning for higher education. So here the simple answer could be no, I don't have any plans for higher education, as I have already discovered that my field of interest is sales only, and I believe getting real life experience is more valuable than just getting a degree. That is why I want to work and start earning. So that is the way you can, dodge this question. After this, most likely after 5 to 6 questions, your first telephonic round will be over. And if you answer all these questions in the way that I have suggested, most likely you will clear this round. And then they will, most likely on the same day, take your second round with the Zoom call. So there they can ask you questions like why you don't want to try a stable government job. So they want to be sure that you are okay with this role and do not want any government job also. So here you can highlight some things about government job that you do not like. So a sample answer could be, although I do agree that government job is stable, but I don't think that I am suitable for it. This is because I am a workaholic, and in government job employees have a kind of laid back attitude as the work pressure is not high. Also in my previous interview round, I said that I thrive under pressure. So I don't think government job will be able to bring the best out of me. Moreover, in many government jobs, growth is limited. You only get promoted after a certain period of time, and I am not comfortable with this approach, as I feel employees who work hard should be given appropriate growth opportunities. So here you have highlighted why you don't think you want to join a government job. Next, they can ask you, how much does money matter to you? So here the tip is, show that money matters to you without sounding too much greedy. So see, this is a sales role, and in sales roles, every company wants that whoever they are hiring, that person should have some motivation for money. Only then that person will, push hard to achieve the sales so that he can get more sales incentives. So if you say that you do not value money, then your interview will end there and then. So you have to admit that money matters to you, but without sounding too greedy. So a simple answer could be, although I do believe that money is not everything, but it does matter to me. I am from a humble family background, and I have seen that one has to make certain compromises in life if you don't have appropriate money. As an example, when I was a child, my father couldn't afford even a air conditioner, due to which I had terrible times during summer season. I want to have at least basic material comforts. Moreover, with money, one can gain respect of the society. So I would definitely want money to fulfill my material desires and gain respect in the society. So this is a normal way to answer this question. Next, they can ask you some role play questions. So this is a very common question that is asked with almost all the candidates who apply for this role. Here, the interviewer will become a parent of a student of fifth standard, and they will say that I don't care how much my child scores, and I want him to have fun in school only. So you have to be the business development associate, and you have to sell Byju's to a parent that is not interested in purchasing Byju's classes for his fifth class child. So how will you persuade that parent? So a sample answer here could be, sir, I would suggest you to still buy Byju's course because it has been seen that many children who do very well in lower classes from 1 to 6 observe a significant drop in their academic records post class 8. This is because during junior classes, some students have sharp memory, so they just mug up the answers and hence do well in exams. However, when they are exposed to conceptual subjects like physics, chemistry, and maths during higher standards, they struggle to understand their difficult concepts and hence get less marks. So, Byju's can definitely help your child develop a strong base on concepts that will pay rewards later. Moreover, our app shows animated videos so your child will enjoy it rather than feeling burdened. So here you have clearly told the parent of a fifth class student also that why Byju's can be helpful to them now. And as far as the fun is concerned, it is a fun app only because of the animated videos children will enjoy and learn. It will not be a burden to them. So by this way you can counter this question. Next, another role play question they can ask is, I am a taxi driver, sell me a Mercedes car. So this is a hypothetical situation. See, in real life scenario, you will never be able to sell a Mercedes car to a taxi driver. But you don't have to say that it is not possible because here they are checking your creativity and spontaneity. This is because if somehow encounter a customer that is just not interested or is very difficult to convince, then you should have some creativity and spontaneity to persuade that customer also to buy your product. That is what they want to check here. So here you can say anything but with some logic. So I have prepared a sample answer for it. Sir, I would like to inform you. So you are calling that taxi driver and you are saying, I would like to inform you that Mercedes has launched a special offer for all taxi drivers this festival season or this Diwali. We are selling our lower range cars at an all time lowest price, giving you 50% discount. So you know that a taxi driver will not be earning much, so you are already giving him the highest discount. Then also you don't have to pay all the amount at once. You can pay monthly EMI for a 10-year period without any additional interest. So next problem also you have solved. If the taxi driver does not have the capital expenditure, then you have converted into monthly EMI. Then moreover, we will also help you to sell your current taxi car at a good price. It would definitely be beneficial for you as you would be able to charge 3 times your normal fare from the customer by using the Mercedes car. Also, as you live in Class A city Mumbai, I am sure you will get a lot of customers who can pay you 3 times more than the normal fare for the luxury you will give them. So by this way, you can be creative and answer this question. Here you there are many things you can assume because nothing has been said to you. So I have assumed that the taxi driver is from Mumbai where a lot of rich people live, so they can spend money on a Mercedes car for a taxi service also. So by this way you can counter this question. Now if you clear both these rounds, you will move on to the round 3, which will happen 2-3 days after round 2, and again it will be a Zoom video call. And the most common questions I have prepared for this round: where did you apply apart from Byju's? So here the company wants to check how serious are you for your career. So you have to be honest and talk about companies where you have applied for similar roles. And if you have not applied anywhere else, you should have a reason as to why you didn't apply, like not getting suitable job role, etc. Like you can say that you were getting a technical job or some other job which you don't like and you were waiting for the sales job only. So that way you can counter this question if you haven't applied. If you have applied, you can say. But then if you have applied somewhere for an entirely different technical role, then also you will be in trouble because the interviewer will then understand that you just want a job, whether in technical or sales, that does not matter to you. So you have to say that you have applied but in sales role only, or and if you haven't applied, you didn't get the sales opportunity. So next question they can ask is, what do you think about Byju's BDA? So here you can say, as far as I know, it is quite a challenging but rewarding job role. It is challenging because you are given daily targets which you have to accomplish, so there is work pressure and many a times you have to work overtime. On the other hand, if you are able to achieve your targets, you are given good incentives and can get promoted also. So you have shown both the positive and negative things about Byju's BDA, so the interviewer will understand that you know about this role thoroughly. What would be your first priority, sales or Byju's? So company again here wants to check if you are sales for you if you are serious for sales role or not. So you have to admit that sales is your first priority, but you like Byju's also. So a sample answer could be I would say that sales would definitely be my first priority because of the skill sets that I possess, like good communication and negotiation skills. However, Byju's in the top is in on the top list of the companies that I would like to join because of its brand name and career growth opportunities. Therefore, joining in sales profile in Byju's would be like icing on the cake. Next, they can ask you what if you don't get selected in Byju's. So company here wants to check how serious are you for your career, and if you fail somewhere, do you have a plan B or not? So here you should say, if I don't get selected in Byju's, I would definitely try for other companies in similar sales and BD profiles. I take life as a learning, so I would keep applying until I get selected in a reputed company and gain valuable experience. However, since is on my top priority, I would also like to try again in this company whenever I am eligible to apply again. Next, they can ask you about competitors of Byju's. So this is because you are in sales role and you should have some idea about the competitors also. So you can search Google search on all the competitors. So I have prepared a list of five: Vedantu, Topper, Simply Learn, Khan Academy, Wonder School. So next question they can ask you is sell me your earphones. Now since you will be attending this on a Zoom call, and so they can tell you to sell me your earphones that you are using. So here the tip is that you have to be enthusiastic. Use your creativity to sell. Say how it can be useful for them and ask them questions. So a sample answer could be, hello sir, I am excited to tell you about how the features of these earphones can be extremely useful to you while interviewing candidates. This is an amazing earphone that automatically adjusts the sound based on your hearing requirement. As an example, if you feel comfortable hearing voice at 60 decibels, you can adjust it in the earphone. So it will not matter if the person on the other side speaks loudly or too softly. This earphone will automatically enhance the sound so that you hear it at 60 decibels, which is most comfortable to you. So, would you be interested in buying? So, you have told them about some good qualities of this earphone, and then you have asked them a question, would you be interested? And then they can say that no, it is out of my budget, or they will ask about the cost. There, you can say that I can give you discount or something like that. So this way you can answer this question or any other question regarding the selling. Next tricky question they can ask you is, would you be interested to join as marketing associate rather than BDA? So here the tip is you don't have to get carried away, because here again they are checking your interest in sales role only. So here a simple answer could be, sir, as I mentioned earlier, I believe and I can be good in sales. So I would not be interested to leave sales role for marketing role. So you have to be first very clear that you don't want to be in marketing role by leaving the sales role. However, you can say that I have seen on LinkedIn that many people do both sales and marketing. So if company wants me to do sales and contribute in marketing also, I can definitely think. But for that, I would like to know as to what exactly are the roles and responsibilities of marketing associate. If I feel I have the capability, I can contribute to that also. So you have again countered this question by saying that if company wants additionally you to contribute to marketing, then you can think, but otherwise not. Then they can ask you, do you understand the difference between sales and marketing? So here you should be aware of this. So the basic difference between sales and marketing is that in sales you work directly with the individual prospects and convert them into sales, whereas in marketing you create mass awareness about your business to spark interest of people in your products and services. Essentially, marketing is the first step to getting lead interested, while sales take that interest and nurture it. So next they can ask you some rapid fire questions in the end, like low CTC with good manager or high CTC with rude manager. So here you just have to apply common sense. So regarding the first one, you can say that I am comfortable with low CTC but with good manager, because having a good manager is important, because a good manager will always motivate you to work more, and if you work more and do well, you will eventually have a higher CTC. Whereas if you have a high CTC currently but have a rude manager, then your CTC will not increase further, because you may feel demotivated and may not be able to sell the product. So that way you can counter this question. Then next they can ask good growth with less work balance or less growth with good work-life balance. So regarding the work-life balance, see, in Byju's you have to do overtime. So you should pay less priority to work-life balance. So you will say good growth with less work-life balance. So you can compromise on the work-life balance but not on your career growth. So friends, this was about the interview rounds, and in the description I have given the links for different locations. You can go to the link and just apply. As an example, I'll just show you that I have given this link below. You will be redirected to this page where they have written for which locations you can apply, and then you can also choose the date and timing for which you want to give the interview. So this was about this video, and in case if you have any doubt, you can write it in the comments box. I will try my best to help you. And if you have liked, if this video has been helpful to you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to get more such videos in future, and I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.